Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All-Star Married at First Sight All-Star Panel. As you can see, we have some special guests today. August Love Story won't be with us, but we have Chloe, and we also have Talisa Ray with her special guest. I'm going to let her introduce her in a minute. But again, last week, we love being interchanging here, swapping up. You never know what you'll get here on this All-Star Panel, but it's good to see each and every one of y'all. We're ready to talk about Married at First Sight. This past episode, everybody celebrated a month anniversaries. But before we even get into this episode, make sure you be very fluid in the chat because we will respond back to you. Make sure you do that. Let's start here with Talisa. Talisa, you brought a guest today.
I did. You know, I had to share, some of this good sunshine with my girl, DarLinda Tracy. So if you don't know her already, which I really feel like anybody who watches me, anybody who watches Chloe, already knows DarLinda. I'm here you go.
Oh, hi. DarLinda Tracy TV. So nice to meet you, Jack and Glen.
Nice to meet you as well.
Chloe.
Yeah.
She does review Married at First Sight as well as Ready to Love like we do. So
yes, I've watched the channel a couple times. I've really watched.
Oh, nice.
She's a sweeter. Yes. She's sweet. Sweet. Yeah. I'm over here throwing all kind of salt. She's the sugar.
You know, I started that way, so I had to continue. I couldn't switch it up. So into the sweet.
Yeah. That's good, because I ain't never been sweet. Came in salty, bitter, angry. No, I'm very angry. Just no. Just honest.
Yeah.
That's right.
Then we have Miss Chloe. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing fine. I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready. Okay.
Right. Ready? Let's get started because usually we start with nice couples. We usually work our way up. But I want to start with this couple here. Let's start with Mark and Lindsey, right? Mark and Lindsey celebrated their month anniversary this past episode of Married at First Sight. So we're gonna start with since DarLinda, you're a guest, and we always want to be hospitable here. We're gonna start with you first. Your thoughts on Mark and Lindsey? What were some of your red flags? Some of the things that you saw from Mark and Lindsey's month anniversary?
Lindsey just can't seem to get rid of her masculine energy. It drives me crazy because I was rooting for her. I actually liked the two of them together. And that was the only couple who I felt like would make it work because he gives her what she needs and she's what he needs because she's more vocal. She takes charge, can handle things, and he seems more laid back and kind of timid, even though they call him Mark the Shark. But about the shark. I know. Mark the fish. But I just think that she just can't let it go. It could work if she could just pull back, but she can't. So I'm over Lindsey.
You always on me. You like being on me. Yes,
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. My multitasking here. I'm trying to do multiple things at one time. Doing too much. My phone going off. I had to cut that off. But anyway, man, Talisa, your thoughts on Mark and Lindsey from this past episode?
So I do. Okay. So y'all know that I do feel like she has a good spirit. She has a good heart. One of the things that I recognized this time was the fact that when they went camping, or whatever, glamping, because that's not real camping. Any real campers know you be out there really in the woods. I'm a real camper, like on the ground with a tent and a sleeping bag. But what I realized is as he was talking to her and kind of like trying to tell her, I see you, he had said, you know what, as you're talking, I realized that you have so many layers, that there were things that have happened to you. And that's where you have this hard shell and you have to be defensive all the time. And hopefully him having that conversation with her allows her to soften up a little bit, lean into some of her divine femininity. That would be really nice to see for sure. I was all in love with the little like metaphysical store that they went to. What you was in love with, Chloe? I seen you holding your chest.
I thought you was going to say the video, but go ahead, girl.
Oh, listen. Y'all know, like, I don't really care about what they got going on too much. So it's just what, listen. But I feel like they may have made some progress, maybe a little progress that they understand one another. And I know I wasn't here last week, but what how Dr. Viviana handled the two of them, saying like, it's the both of you. It's just not her. We just don't get to see it. So I think that they get to see something that we don't see. And the way that they cut that tape last week to show like, yeah, you keep on drinking. Like he probably does like her all the time, like a little bite her at the ankles, but don't hurt her. So I don't know if I don't think they still meant for each other. I think that they really need to just go their separate ways, because their personalities are very strong and a lot alike, and they both want to be in control. So I'm still with the no, and both of them need to be self-aware. That's the word of the day, self-awareness for everybody. So if I keep saying it over and over again, that's why they need to be more self-aware. So
it seems like he picks more at her than.
You think so?
I mean, I'm sorry. She picks more at him.
Yes.
Than he does her. Because the whole rubbing on his face, I was like, and she does things, she likes laughing at him. So she enjoys doing things that get to him, and she gets a kick out of that.
That whole blowing on the fire. Why are you blowing? Everybody knows that the oxygen. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with it, but she just was like, I was like, you used to being wined and dined or whatever she said, but I don't see how, because you don't come across as a woman that deals with people in the upper echelon, right? The classy,
no way.
Yeah, the classy, 1%. You know, she to me, she does not look like, she does not come across as anyone like she's been dating the marks, but the men she's been dating have been like catering to her, or really kind of bowing down.
Money men.
They're but not the, not
Fortune 500 ones.
Yes, right. I'm trying. You see me being nice.
Men with money, you think?
No, that's what she said.
Oh, well,
she said it.
Yeah,
she said they woo her. So whatever.
That was it. Woo her. Yeah, I don't see.
They don't put up with that.
No, that's why she don't matter at first sight.
Right.
See, y'all, I know I'm the only gentleman here. They woo her because they get all the goodies for free. She's quick. She's hypersexual. So she give it up real quick. They give her their wooer, give her the money, and they know they can get the draws. You know what I'm saying? And so they leave her. That's why she's gonna marry at first sight. They get wooed, she give it up.
Yeah, the ring. Yeah, she want that ring.
That's that, Glen. See, that's why you're supposed to be here. That's why because I totally being sexually liberated myself. I may not move as fast as she does, but I didn't even think about that. That's what it is. She doesn't have, for me, she doesn't have the substance to back it up. So if you are going to be free with yourself and friendly, then you should at least have some substance to kind of back it up. But I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I like to stand there a little while.
Hey, Chloe, your thoughts on Mark and Lindsey?
I don't know how I don't know. So this is the thing, right? When Mark said everything to her at that little picnic, camping, whatever, when he said all that stuff to her, it's so sweet and it seems so genuine. But it's totally opposite of everything that he said to Chris when they went to go pick out the plants or whatever the case they was picking out. So I feel like I'm trying to understand, is he all in or is he not? Because when he's talking to other people, it always seems like he's out. But when he's talking to her, it always seems like he's in. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, Mark, what are you doing? And it started to make me believe that when Lindsey was saying things like, he's one way on camera, he's a different way off of camera. He may actually be two totally different ways in general, because you can see it's like he talks down about her to everyone else, but then gives her words of affirmation in person. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, Mark, do you really want Lindsey or not? Like this whole situation with his job, right? If Mark can go back to his job in 4 weeks, because they say you could come back after filming, why wouldn't he take the opportunity to build on that relationship? He's going back to his job. It's not like he's jobless and he needs to find a job, because in all actuality, by the time he go find another job, do the interview, the drug test, the background check, everything, he could be back at his regular job. Okay. So if you want to be honest, I feel like he don't really care. He don't really care too much for her. I'm just starting to make up in my mind that he's kind of checked out and he's going through the motions when he's with her. Or maybe it's the opposite. I don't know, but I can't figure Mark out. Like, I know Lindsey. We know Lindsey actually has love for Mark and probably is in love with Mark. She just don't know how to handle her emotions, her wanting sex and all that other stuff. She don't know how to handle all that stuff. But I don't understand. I don't know where Mark is, where he lies when it comes to Lindsey. Like, are you trying? Do you want this to work? Do you see a future? Are you going to plan to say yes on decision day? Or are you completely checked out? Especially because after that, the little movie, it was so cute, right? But she was here and he was here. And I'm like, come together. Like, hold each other, sit on this lap, get close. Like, it's so romantic, but yet still there was no chemistry between the two of them at that moment. So it just makes me wonder, does Mark really see it for Lindsey?
And I'm all like, when you talk about it, I thought, you know, how he kind of teared up a little bit. I'm all like, is he crying because he, you know, is having the realization that like she might really like him and really needs to try? Or is he like, I'm crying and I'm stuck in this with this horrible person?
Maybe.
Like, what are those tears for? Like, I'm always like,
I don't think he likes it there anymore.
he doesn't like
He don't like it there.
I think he's comfortable there. And when I say comfortable, it's because she's taking care of him. If you look at his track history, the women in his life has taken care of him. Whether it was his mother, whether it was the landlord, that's why she called so much. And now he has Lindsey taking care of her. He likes to be catered to. He feel like he's important when around the women in his life a little bit. I think Mark lied about the job situation.
You think he can't go back? You think he fired?
You just said it.
You just said that too.
I'm gonna think he lied about the job. Remember the way Lindsey puts it, he's an independent contractor, right? The way that she puts it, he sells gym memberships. To me says independent contractor, right? Unless you're selling them at the gym. But why couldn't you do your job? You know, why couldn't you be there? And I understand him not wanting to sit at home with her and work. But at the same time, the way he was talking is like, they fired me and I got to find another job. It doesn't sound like, hold up for a minute, I'm off for 4 months. I'll be off for a month. Because what bills do you really have to pay, right? Think about it. He doesn't have a house. He doesn't have a house to go back to because he was renting. Yep. You may have a car bill payment, whatever. You're getting a stipend for Married at First Sight, and you live in an apartment for free. Dog, be like Steve and enjoy the next 4 weeks.
Can I say this? Or I thought about this as Chloe was talking. Maybe this, for Deacon Mark, this was the answer to his prayer. This is what I thought about. So maybe it's not that he got fired. Maybe it was like, okay, come back after filming. But maybe Mark was like, you know what? I was looking to do something else anyway. And that's why he was like, let me find some work. Maybe he was like, you know, because I've been there, you know, you want to leave a job, but it's like, gosh, how do I get out of it? And next thing you know, like for me, my department closed and I was like, well, guess I'm going to find me another job. I got this little severance. You know, I just thought about that when you were talking. I was like, maybe that's what it was. It was like, he was like, no biggie about going there, but let me find something else. He's thinking in advance. But I also was like, a little bit with Lindsey, you could take those 4 weeks and concentrate on us.
Yeah.
He don't, because he's like, he went from the shark to the guppy. He guppy right now.
Well, they said
in the house with her.
They said that's because he got to find another place to live in the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's probably why he want to get on it. But I was like, oh, Mark said, I'm not Steve, honey. I need a job. Right. I got to work.
Exactly. So I thought about that. Let's see. I did see what you were saying. He was different with Chris than he is with Lindsey. But I think a lot of that's because she's kind of stifling. Yeah. She stifles him. And so he probably feel like he can't, we all know that he can't be his real self with her because she gonna jump on him. She gonna coddle him. Wipe. You got some. Fix your eyebrows. Let me get. You got food on your face. Let me. Yeah. You know she gonna do him like that. And he's used to people taking care of him. But I think she doing too much because he like for some things like I'm grown. I wanna let me make my own doctor's appointment. Let me go. I don't need you to do that for me. I really didn't ask you to put that hazmat suit on. And then when I think Talisa said it, when they were in and I called it glamping too. I was like, because they ain't camping. Yeah, they got the pizza oven. Yeah, that's not No. But the other thing I think it really dawned on him too, as he was talking. He was like, Lindsey's been through a whole lot of stuff. And I think it hit him. I mean, whether if it's malicious or not, he thought about the fact that I'm adding to her pain. And even if I'm not really in this thing for the long haul, I don't want to contribute more to her pain.
Right.
And so I think that's, again, Deacon Mark, he went in his prayer closet and he prayed about it. He was like, I don't want to cause you any more pain. I want to relieve your pain.
He don't want to cause himself any more pain because look,
that too.
He doesn't want to cause himself. But again, I think Mark is, I hate to say it, he's kind of reversed. Mark is clingy. I think he's clingy.
You think so?
Think about it this way.
I had to do a little, because I don't know.
Let me say what. I'm letting use the word clean. He doesn't want to hurt people's feelings. I mean,
that for sure.
I can see that. Yeah.
So when I can say clingy, meaning not he doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So therefore, because he could have been told his.
You mean he doing the most? He can go overboard.
Yeah, I mean, because he could have been told his landlord, "I'm leaving," right? He think about it. How many negative things has he really actually said to Lindsey, right? Even though she talked to him like a dog, other people heard it. He really hasn't been direct with her, like, yo,
that we seen, like, yo, you need to stop that, right? No.
But I look at him like he doesn't want to hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
And so he keeps giving up and going in with it. And she uses that, right? She uses it every time. Think about it. Every time she goes, she calls him an idiot, right? He's heard that before. She calls it dumb. She constantly puts him down. Yeah, and she constantly putting him down in front of his face. And he keeps taking it. I don't know too many men that's going to keep doing it and not say something, right? Maybe he's like, when we get to Katina, not saying anything on camera, but he should at least say something. Except for that one time when they was in the kitchen when he was like, all right, you're going to stop that. But he hasn't really addressed her issues too much. I don't think he wants to hurt her feelings.
And, I also think about like people like Mark. I feel like he's not used to people being argumentative. So it's a bah. He doesn't know how to respond. Yeah. Most men don't know how to respond to a woman who is like quick fire with her mouth and what she wants to say. And because, we kind of quick, like takes me a little bit to like formulate the thought to rebuttal. And so he hasn't figured out how to combat her with her,
all he's got to do is blow her back out, and that's what she wants. That's all she wants. She said the last time she said we having sex now and it's doing good for my energy, it's doing good for my her attitude. Just blow her back out whenever she get up there. Just be like, let's go. Yeah, you need to act right.
He's scared to tell her no. He don't want to say no
he told Chris.
Like he started something, so he can't.
Yeah, and but I think the other reason why he won't do that is because, like, he told Chris, like, I'm not gonna make this month anniversary more than it is. Like, I don't want to make her think that, for lack of a better, like I'm more into her than I am.
But now, I want to get told her all this stuff. That's what I'm saying.
I know. Like you said, he said one thing to Chris and he's something else to her.
He crazy.
Big signals.
He couldn't get his apartment, man. He tried to play the long game. Even though you gotta understand, Mark gotta have a plan B. If this thing is
to reside.
Right now, I need to lay my head. I don't have no job, right? I can't go back to where I came from. So right now, she's the best thing I got. So I gotta try to make this work, even though she got a small apartment and look like, all these plants. I'm just gotta be there with the plants and the cats and call it a day until I can get on my feet.
A month after decision day, once he get his job back, he's out of here.
Right. By the time we get to the reunion, he probably won't be with us because he got himself back. He's back on his feet. Do y'all think? This question. Were you surprised that we didn't see Lindsey give Mark anything? Because this is what bothered me with this. What bothered me with this. I guess the month anniversaries. Only really one couple. Exchanged. Some of the things were just one-sided. And I think, all the things that Lindsey had done to Mark, it should have been the other way around. That she should be trying to ease him because he's always giving in. Think about it. He didn't do sushi, so he gave her the sushi. Right. He doesn't like the sex toys thing. He did that. He doesn't like what else didn't he like? He didn't like tacos. He's eating those. He's always giving in for her. What has she given in for him?
Nothing, because she don't feel like, again, she says, I'm used to being wooed. So she's used to men doing stuff for her and she don't have to reciprocate. And look at how she talks. Everything is like, I do this for him. I did this for him. I did. And she's looking to receive. She ain't trying to give. She's not trying to give nothing. She's trying to soak it up.
Bed bugs.
She probably feel like
that was it for her.
I think she honestly feel like she did enough.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in her mind, she's like, I did this for him. I did that for him. I don't have to do anything for him. This is his time to do for me. This is his time to do for me. And that's she didn't show it that way, but I'm sure that's how she was thinking in her mind because it's always about her.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with the fact that she feels like she's done enough. Like my acts of service are my gift to you.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, I don't need to give you anything. And actually, I'm glad that you're doing something because this is showing acts of service. You're thinking about it and getting me a gift that I would like. So I like this. And now that you're giving me a little more D, the peen is all right. I'm feeling better. So that's cool. I'm good. I'm not going to give you nothing. You're doing what you're supposed to do. I think they both have that whole patriarchal society, misogyny thing going. That it's the man's responsibility. Now, listen, I'm okay with it too. But it's the man's responsibility to do the planning and to gift me. That's how I feel. But I'm a gift giver. And I'm a planner. So, like, if I'm into you, that's what we do. This is what he likes. Well, let me do this. He did go above and beyond for her. And I feel like she should have gave him something.
But she made it seem, even after all of that, did y'all get the impression she was still like, what else do you have for me? I need more.
Yeah.
Like, this is good, but this is what I expect or what I need. Like, are you not satisfied?
No, she's not.
She's never satisfied.
Never satisfied.
She's never gonna be satisfied either.
Or maybe she feels like she doesn't like that's the man thing, right? Because I know I felt like that early in my relationship because that's how I was taught. And I didn't know any better. So if me and my husband had a lot of trials, right? Because I was thinking like, you're supposed to do this for me. Yeah. And he like, yeah, but you don't think I want something sometimes too? You don't think I want to feel appreciated sometimes too?
Appreciated and desired.
Well, sometimes that's a learning curve. It could just be a learning curve. And she doesn't know that that's part of a woman's thing to do too for a man in a relationship. Just playing, little both-sided here.
I like it. I've always been a giver, so that's probably not my thing. I've always been I've always been a giver. Like if I like and I'm still a bad gift giver. I'm good at listening to what it is you like. It may not be a gift, but it might be we're gonna go to your favorite. We're gonna go to Captain Jack's because you like that. Like I'm really good at trying to reciprocate. Because I'm one of them people that want you to do for me, do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Hello, that would be me. I want you to do that for me. And I want you to actually do more, but this is just me showing you a little bit of something. Like, so
Yeah.
Last question before we get off of the Mark and Lindsey. How long can she ride this I help you with the bed bugs thing out? Because to me, as a guy, I feel like, that's a month ago. That's too old, dog. Like Janet, what have you done for me lately? Don't talk about these bed bugs. But what have you done for me lately, right? I see you, Chloe. Go ahead. But because just from my perspective, most guys at a certain point, he should be like, I know I've been like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What else did you do? Right. Come on. How long as a legitimate question, how long can you ride it out?
It should have been over. If you did it out of the kindness of your heart, you should never keep throwing something in someone's face.
I agree, Chloe. Hands down.
I agree.
I gotta go check my
enough to say after that. That's it.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree. Oh man. So let's move on. Since we, people in the chat, let's talk about. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Let's go to Steve and Noy. All right. Steve and Noy. I like Steve and Noy. I think everybody likes Steve and Noy. But there's always that elephant in the room when it comes to Steve and Noy, right? The elephant in the room with Steve and Noy is the fact that she has not seen Steve's paper. And there's millions of questions out there why she hasn't seen Steve's paper, why Steve hasn't showed her the paper. The question I'm asking you guys is, how come every time Steve brings it up, Noy shuts it down? Because it seemed like every time he brings up the job, he said he can't get the word in edgewise. and then she brings it back up. Why is she shutting down the conversation?
Because she already has it. Oh, look. Okay, go, Chloe.
No.
Go ahead.
Okay, what do you mean shut down the conversation?
Because when they was on their date, Steve's have tried to bring it up several times, but we can never get any further.
Okay.
So he's bringing it up, but she doesn't want to progress unless maybe she just want to progress when they off camera.
She's not hearing what she want to hear.
She's not like Jack said, she's not hearing what she want to hear.
Yeah, she already has a narrative though. That's my thing. She's already made up the narrative in her mind about what he is. And the sad part about coming up with your own narrative, when someone is actually making progress or showing you certain things and trying to get on the same wavelength with you, you don't get to see it because you've already made it up in your mind that this is who you are. You're a bum. You don't have no money. You don't want to go to work. You keep saying the same thing. So she's made that narrative up where he might want to say, like we were talking off camera about his his income and the things that he's done, the things that he sold. What did you guys say? He sold an app, right? And so hello, that means he can create another one and another one and another one and another one, because apps are always needed. I mean, so I don't know. I feel like she is in her own way.
I agree.
Because potentially he could really be a good guy. And when they have that real conversation and they sit down and they have that financial conversation, my spirit says she's going to be hella shocked. Because honestly, you're not doing nothing. You actually feel like you're the breadwinner, right? But nobody's paying for anything right now. Yeah. You guys are living rent scot-free. Yeah. And whatever you're paying for is in your respective spaces. So you're still paying for stuff, but you're not paying for rent. I think you're buying food, but he's also taking care of the entire house by walking your stinking dog, Sushi, okay? The one that want to sleep in the bed with y'all. Like, he's walking Sushi, he's cleaning up after Sushi, he's cleaning the house, and you're sitting there frustrated because you work at home, and he looks like he's not doing nothing. Right. He's actually doing a whole lot. You want to be a house husband and you gonna cook too? Like, I don't want that. Y'all know I don't want that. Y'all know I don't want that. I'm just kidding. I don't want that. I don't want that.
I'll take a house husband as long as he's paying all the bills.
That part.
Like, if he doesn't have to work, it's nothing that says you have to if you don't need to. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna go 9 to 5 if I didn't have to.
But that's Noi, right? This is the same woman who said when she has to have 3 kids.
Yeah, she's stuck. That's my thing. She's so traditional and stuck on how it's supposed to be.
I will say this in her defense just a little bit, because y'all know I could. Okay. As a woman, you need to know that he's going to be financially secure to hold it down. Yeah, and I think that if he just shows her something, anything, like,
I don't think that she's giving him the opportunity to show her anything.
You don't think so?
No. I feel like when he said on the boat, every time I try to bring this conversation up with you, because what she wants to hear is, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go look for me a job. And this is where I'm going to be. She doesn't want to see that you have a plan and that your money is flowing. I want you to go and get you. I want you to hustle like I'm hustling. And really, you're not hustling. You're just sitting there doing talent acquisition, making us
working. That's what I was saying.
What are you really doing? Like,
and I don't think just because she's working and he's not, that she's not supposed to do any of the household responsibilities. Like, you're still a wife. You still have wifely things to do.
Baby, listen.
Chloe's looking like, huh?
Listen, I wish somebody would come clean up and have some money in their pocket.
I don't know what that looked like.
Not my part, though. I would still share in the responsibilities. Maybe not as much because he's home. But that doesn't mean I never have to cook. Doesn't mean I never have to clean up just because he's there.
And too, him being an entrepreneur or whatever he would classify himself as, he has to be a creative. So you're not giving the opportunity to be a creative if I'm doing everything else because you're here 9 to 5. That means when you get off work now, I get to create. Yeah. So I need to break out. I mean, we're creators. We work and we create, and we have to set a schedule for us to do certain things at a certain time. Or like me, you won't do it. Okay. It'll be like, oh, it's next week. So I guess I'll review this week's, you have to be.
Yeah.
You know, so if he's doing everything else, he's not going to be able to even create to bring in or even be able to consult, you know, say with his regular businesses that he works with. He's not going to be able to do it if you want him to focus on house stuff, right? Like she low key the opposite of Olajuwon. I mean, she low key like an Olajuwon, really, actually. Low key.
See what Rosemary Carter said. Steve works harder, not harder.
But that's the thing. She already made it clear because they even asked her. Remember, Dr. Viviana asked her, like, if he was bringing in money, he was able to secure and pay the bills. Would it matter if he worked a 9 to 5? And she said, yeah. And I'm just like, you gotta be the dumbest person. If I could have my man at access to me whenever I want him, and he still has the money to make sure that we are good, whether it's even half and half, even if it's half and half, and he still can take care of whatever. I'm not going to be like, no, you need to go get a job. Like, no, that don't make sense. And then he's also saying, I'm willing up to step up and say, I'll clean, I'll cook, I do this, and I'm still going to bring in income. So why are you even having a problem? But we talking about Noe who said on having 3 kids and a husband that working 9 to 5.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like we know this story like all too. Yeah. It's too familiar. Like we know somebody that went through that. Like, you know, they're creator, they trying to, you know, build their own business, but the wife was like, where is your job? So unfortunately, some people are stuck in that mode. You know, it's like being an entrepreneur is like not on their radar. Being a freelance person is like, but where is your security? You know, Noise like, I hear that. That's fine. But where is I need the stability. That's why if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to have a spouse, whether it's a man or a woman, that can flow with you. Because unfortunately, like you said, Chloe, some people are stuck in this mode. They just are right, wrong, or indifferent. And that's where Noah is. And I think that is the only reason why they would not work out. Absolutely. That's the only reason. Because she's a friend. Yeah, she's too rigid when it comes to the job thing. Yeah. And then I said it like you though, Chloe, too. My other thing is, if you bring in the money like that, I should be able to cut my hours back. I'm just
I'm over here trying to figure it out now. Like, I'm talking about this like, so when you finish school, because I'm trying to figure out. Well,
if you're going like that, I should be part-time, not full-time. Just saying, you know what I mean?
Maybe he's trying think about it. Maybe he's trying to get her there, right? He maybe want to get her there, but he can't do that yet because he has to see if this marriage really works out. If it works and it works out, guess what, Noy? I can tell you after this time, you no longer have to work because I'm good. I've been on Steve's website. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is, but I've been on his website. I've seen his. I've seen this stuff, right? And so, so he has a capability of doing so and making some good income. So I think the question is, we talk about income. The problem is not income; it's cash flow. Because a lot of people have income and don't have cash flow, and there's a difference between that. Income is what you have said. Cash flow continues. You can have income today and be gone tomorrow. Cash flow means it's constantly coming in, right? And Steve may constantly have income coming in. So you want to be that. Steve may be that guy, right? Let's take Bill Gates or somebody like that. Bill Gates can calculate how much money he makes when he uses the bathroom, right? So Jeff Bezos can calculate how much money they do when Bezos can count how much they make while they sleep, right? Steve may just have that cash flow coming in. We creators, some of us can calculate while we sleep how many people watch our channels and different things like that. You're creating that type of money. So again, if he's making that type of money in cooking and cleaning, taking care of the house, taking care of things, taking out sushi, what you complaining for? And maybe he just want to see if you can enjoy him and enjoy life, right? Can you enjoy me and enjoy life? And we come from his background. His dad called him a Vandenberg because of their heritage. They like to work. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And nothing wrong working. But different generations, people are working smarter, not harder. Not going to the 9 and 5, breaking their neck, spending more time at home with their family, doing some things on the computer, making income that way, making a residual income. So it's just those type of things that she may not understand that lifestyle, understand that world because she hasn't seen it. And I think so she hasn't seen it, and because she hasn't seen it, and she doesn't understand it. It's new to her, and he just has to introduce it to her. Look, this is how we can be successful. This is how we can live. This is how we can achieve. This is what I have. This is what I have coming in. But I just need to know that you trust me and I can trust you.
And he also gonna have to sit at that computer one time and say, "Hey, come here, watch me do this." Tick, 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 tick. He gonna have to show her some work because I think she ain't seen him do anything.
She cares too much about the details for me, honey. Because if he say he got it, he got it.
I'm too Chloe. Oh, you got it? Okay, we good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I'm saying for the way Noy is, I think he gonna have to just one good time. He gonna have to sit there and do some work. Let me show you what goes behind building the app. So she can be like, "Oh, okay," and then he don't have to come back to her for 2 more weeks. He's gonna
have to make her comfortable. But realize sometimes creators are up late in the middle of the night when everybody else is asleep, doing some things. So just because he doesn't go to 9 to 5 doesn't mean he's not putting in work. He can go to sleep with her and lay down, spend time with her. And when she's nice and sleep, he's up and put in 5 or 6 hours and gone back to bed. I can say I've done that. You know what I'm saying? We will get up and do some things. So again, it is about knowing each other's routine, knowing how to manage it, and know how to work. Again, I think they work well together. She just has to realize this dude may have some money, and he wants me to work in my life and work in our life together. And she got to trust him, and she has to trust him. I think Steve did a good job. I love the fact they exchanged gifts. Doing a honeymoon. I mean, anniversary. Month-iversary. I'm glad they exchanged gifts. She got him what he wanted. She didn't ask Steve where the money came for her gift, did you?
No, and I think it was a nice gift.
It was.
It was a nice gift. It
was skeptical at first, though.
Okay.
Right, real nice.
I was like, it's getting broke a little bit. And then we got on the boat, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
You thought it was a little broke. You thought his gift was a little broke.
In the beginning, before we got on the boat? Yeah.
I like the caftan, the moo and the dog thing. And I was part too.
I was giving
little family and take a photo. That dog stuff is expensive, and you could see that was really like very luxurious, and it was the presentation of the box. You knew it wrapped up. Yeah, you knew it came from somewhere.
It said Coach, didn't it say Coach?
It's definitely from a doggy boutique.
Definitely from a, and you know if it came from a doggy boutique.
But it wasn't for her in the beginning. It wasn't for her, right? Okay. Right. And we sitting on this dock for what? Where's my gift? Where's my gift? I'm tired of them always trying to get these gifts to these dogs. No,
but I kind of felt like, Steve comes across very thoughtful, and I knew it was gonna be something else. Yeah. So he didn't let me down. Not like the other couples. And I know y'all seeing in the chat, they might have got them something we didn't show it. I doubt that. I feel like they would have given us a glimpse. I feel like they were the only couple that was
they would have shown us something, right, Jackie? And I was thinking to myself, like, so y'all answer this for me. Does the show pay for like their adventures? Like, so the boat, do they pay for that? Do they pay for the campsite? Do they pay for the gondola ride? Do they pay for that stuff? Does anybody know? Because
they might just have to give them an idea of what they want to do, maybe.
Yeah, so now I'm all like, the boat wasn't him, but he did pay for the sushi. Yeah. So that's where I'm going with that. Like, if he paid for the boat out of his pocket, then I'm all like, so where you thought that came from? Like, he just charged that, and if he did, he gonna have to pay it back anyway. So where you think that's coming? Like, I don't know. So I really wonder. Oh, they get the show probably gives like $500. Okay, Monique, you guessing? Hey, Monique, girl. She said,
they probably give him something. They don't want us to, I think they give him something, but I think some of them is creativity, though, because you got to use your own imagination.
And he probably supplemented it some. Like, if they do only get $500 or something. I know out here in California, any kind of boat ride is it's not inexpensive. It's very much so going to cost you a pretty penny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, it was nice. Steve and Noy think they can just move it out. She's heads in anyway. I know she complains about the job thing, but I don't think it really makes that much of a difference to her because she's like heads over heels for Steve.
I don't think they're gonna last.
I think they're gonna if he don't show her a goal,
Yeah.
I think that she's gonna say no on decision day.
And she already said it. Love is not enough. So
what is she talking to? And listen, I feel like what we see with your friends is probably who you really are, because you are the most comfortable with people that you know. And for her to be like, yeah, if he don't have no money, if he don't tell me something, like that's you talking to your homegirl. Like it's the truth. For me, I feel like if you catch me talking to my friends, y'all might be like, oh, is that how you feel? Like,
so Lisa, you brought something up though. You brought something up about she being uncomfortable with her friends, and also you brought something about Steve. What was it about Noah and the money, right? She's always talking about the money in the situation. She's not having the bills. Do she want Steve to pay for her bills? Is that because think about it? If no one's living there with any bills, and she's always saying Steve doesn't, I'm paying for everything. So you married 4 weeks and you want Steve to pay for all your bills? I just thought about it, right?
Yeah.
Is that what she's saying? Like, you know what? I need a man, translation 9 to 5. I need you to pay for my bills. Can you pay my bills, telephone bills, cell phone bills?
That's a good question.
Because just listen to her wording.
Yeah.
I'm the breadwinner here. So how do you and Talisa made me think about how do you know you're the breadwinner if y'all not paying for anything? Yeah. Everything that you have now is what you had with when you got married.
What if she's paying his bills?
She's not. She ain't doing that. Don't be messy.
When she says she's the breadwinner,
I gotta be dramatic.
I think she's anticipating being the breadwinner.
That's what I was about to say. I think it's anticipation because again, she doesn't know where he is financially. Like Talisa said, that is going to be it. That's going to be the thing. If he can't give her a plan, she said it. If he don't have a job, if he not got some income coming in, that's gonna be it. She gonna be like, the sex is good. I like his personality. He treats me right. He cleans up real good. I can eat off the floor. He this, he that. He dressed nice. He take care of sushi. She gonna say, but it's just one thing. I just can't do it.
But
and that's gonna be it.
I guarantee you, if she don't say yes on decision day, Steve's DM the next day.
It's gonna be popping. I might even be in his DMs.
I know, right? You like older women.
No, I don't know. I'm
like 38.
Is he 38? He that old? He is in my bracket, but I don't date others. So there's that. I might make an exception if he really is popping like that.
Oh man! So let's. Anything else on Steve and Noah that you guys like to share before we
I do want to say one thing about her and the communication thing. And remember when they're walking off or whatever, I want to talk about how she had said the reason I shut down is because I don't want to blow up and say anything. Now I'm familiar with that type of behavior, going off on you immediately. And I understand taking a step back so that I can come to you and formulate the thought in a way that is loving and kind. But what I still don't agree with is the fact that she didn't say, I need a moment to process this. Give me just a few moments, and just walked away almost like, damn near ghosting. But I want to commend her in that regard to be able to, because she doesn't communicate well. So for her to be able to communicate that this is a flaw of mine, I do want to give her some credit and not just want to be like, girl, get your life, but really, girl, get your life. But I'm really proud of her in that respect. And even though it's something that she's harping on, the fact that she could open up her mouth and say, I want you to have a goal. I want you to have a plan with your money. I need to see it. To me is commendable, because normally you just be like, I'm out of here. You're not doing what I want to do. That's the kind of person that that's the kind of person she comes across as. Of course, I still don't agree with any of that, but I just want to point out that she is trying to use her throat chakra and open up and communicate with him. So yeah.
I'm sorry. This last comment, Steve is financially said he could be giving out whole turkeys on Thanksgiving. Oh gosh, okay.
I hope so.
I hope so. If he's not, he comes off like he is. Yeah, and he does a great job, right? He's a good con artist. If he does not, he comes off like he's financially good.
But he didn't never really say much. It's us making the accusations.
Right.
He never said he sold the app. He never said he got millions in the bank. He never said nothing. He just said, I've been taking care of myself. You don't think I'll be able to take care of you. So if he not, y'all, that's all us.
Yeah.
It might be
was a nice fantasy that we lived in.
I know, right?
He must seem to have money so bad.
It's wishful thinking. Let's get to this couple because I'm talking about wishful thinking.
Uh-oh.
Jasmina and Michael.
Oh, God. It's over.
Jasmina and Michael. This was a great week for Jasmina and Michael. Great week. Everybody wants to hold on to a great week for Jasmina and Michael. Michael did his romantic type thing, and everybody was keeping it. If you like me, I held my breath when he woke her up and brought it out there because I was like, you know what? She may not even like this. She might ask, dude, why you waking me up? I was like, holding my, because she be killing his vibe. I'm sorry. She be killing
all the time.
Yes.
She kill the vibe and kill the moment. Chloe, I'm gonna start with you. Jasmina and Michael, your thoughts.
You know what? I thought the same thing, right? Because when my husband first gave me my first promise ring, when we first met, he was like, can you go over there and what's the name for me? And I was like, no, I don't feel like it. I don't want to go over there and get that. You can get it yourself. Like I went to this whole thing, like, I know. And he's like, just go get it. So I go get it and it's the ring. And I was like, oh, like after I put up this big fight about like not wanting to do it. And I could just see her doing something like that. But I loved it. Like if they could just stay like this, something could happen. The renewal, like the rewriting the vows was beautiful. I'm like, y'all feel this way about each other? Where? When did this happen? Like even her making up these vows, I'm like, how did you get this on paper? Where did this come from? Not your heart. Like, where did it come from? Seriously, who wrote this for y'all? Because like, I would have never thought that them rewriting their vows would have been that beautiful. And I'm just sitting here like, why y'all can't keep this energy? And I just knew they was going to go to an argument when they sat down to talk. I was like, oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. And it didn't happen. And I do want to say that I'm going to have to take a real woman stance on this. I am happy that Michael owned up and just took the L for the team. Because he literally put all that problems on his back and was like, I'm going to just take it. It is what it is. Let's just start fresh. And sometimes it takes someone in a relationship to just take the L in order for us to see eye to eye. Because if not, we're going to keep going back and forth. Because when he was saying it, I was like, no, it's not all you, Michael. No, it's not all you, Michael. But then I just saw the bigger picture. And sometimes someone just got to say, just write it off. Like, we're going to write it off. This is that, especially if the other person is not really trying to see the fault. And I felt like he really wants to make this work. When they got back to the house and she was like, so what's next? I was like, what's next? So what y'all about to do? I was like, are they gonna, make out? They're gonna kiss? They're gonna do it? What y'all gonna do? Because she was like, what's next? But at the same time, she still seems like a little standoffish. But just to see them smile and hug and be happy was good. And she said on Instagram that they did kiss because they was like, why didn't they kiss? Oh. And she said she actually commented under the post and said they did kiss. Production just didn't show it. So I'm like, why wouldn't production show something so beautiful after we had so much drama between them over nothing? Literally, their conversations, their arguments are about conversation.
Yeah.
So if you can just chuck, like, that's why I applaud Michael, because the problems y'all have it not even big enough to be arguing about. Just take it and let's move on. So I liked it. I wish they could stay like this, but they ain't.
No.
DarLinda and Talisa.
You go ahead.
Okay. Moving at a snail's pace with this relationship. I don't think she likes him. I don't think she's attracted to him at all. I think he's trying. I think he's caught feelings for her, but I don't see this couple staying together. I don't. I think she's in love with the moments, but not him. She likes the dinner and everything else that he does. I mean, who wouldn't? But it's almost like, dang, if it was just with somebody else, and not and not him. There's
Yes.
I don't see any
Mhm.
sexual chemistry at all. She's just being nice right now to him, but no, I don't see it.
It sucks for him though, because I can see him really feeling like he's trying.
Yeah, he is. But no.
Well, I wonder what he smells like. That's what in my mind this time I looked at him and I said, I wonder what he smells like. I got a thing for smells.
Yeah.
And so I think that I'm sorry. I do. Because and then on top of that, your pheromones, right? He works out and all of that. If the smell is not attractive, right? And not to say that he stinks, right?
I agree,
but if it's not something that's drawing her in, then she's gonna always have her nose turned up. She does have moments where she smiles and she has smiles in her eyes. I think my favorite moment this episode was the tantric yoga. Was that this episode? Or
That was last episode.
Oh, my bad, y'all, but it was still my favorite moment between the two of them. Okay, because I be telling people in my my clients, I be giving them some of those exercises. I don't call it yoga though. I call it, reconnecting. But it's the same exact kind of thing. And I just feel like I'm glad that they had this great moment. I also am glad too that they redid their vows or rewrote their vows, because their vows now are tailored to what they're going through. I'm promising to, not cut you off, because I do that all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I really like to see that, because when we saw them replay their original vows, it was like, y'all not doing none of this stuff. Trauma, I'm gonna be 100% vulnerable. Where? Yeah, that's not happening in real life. We don't see that happening. So I'm not hopeful for them to stay together. I think that they are going to still go their separate ways. But I'm glad to see that they're being amicable. Right. I think that spread was beautiful. Like, I would have came, and that's how she don't like him, because she was saying when she came out, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Because when it's something that moves you like that and you like him a little bit, you want to rub up on him. Yeah, you want to. So true. Yeah, you're gonna try to throw that thing back.
What? I met that at first I was not physically attracted to, but he did so many nice things that I found myself really becoming attracted to him and falling in love, because I was just like, oh, but he's so good to me. He does the sweetest things.
Not me. I dated somebody for 6 months that was good for me. And my homegirl said, you just like going out on dates. You don't like that man. I was like, I don't.
Oh, he didn't win you over?
He didn't win me over.
Oh,
but he had a hygiene issue. Like, he needed to.
That's why you wondering how people smell.
That's what I got to think about. I have a huge thing about smells. If I tell you that I'm attracted to you, it's probably because you smell really good.
Yeah.
Because that makes me want to be close to you. You know what I mean? That makes me want to be like, oh, let me smell you some more. Oh, even like one of the guys I'm dating, I like the way his sweat smells. Like, I feel like I must just like him a lot, because his pheromones do it for me. And maybe it's the way he eats, right? I don't know. But I love smells. You smell good, I'm going to be like, I'll be out. I was out the other night. I walked up to a man and was like, you look like you smell good. Can I smell you?
Not you out here looking.
That's my little, yeah.
I've never done that.
Okay, you look like you smell good. Let me smell you. Let me smell it. I walked away with his number. Well, he get my number. They be asking me to put their number in the phone. I'd be like, no, I'm not gonna call you, but if you put your number and you reach out to me, then I'll reciprocate. But I'm not making the first move, even though I came up and said you smell good. I ain't gonna call you though. Yeah.
I feel like Chloe. I like Jasmina and Michael, and I'll be so sad when it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be so sad, because they really could be good. They really could be good, and I think she's from the beginning, she's built such a wall, like to not like him. She's built this tower of your tone and stuff. It's like she can't even get to. If she could get past that herself, she would start being attracted to him and she would like him. But she's moving a little, but she's still stuck there. And she's got so much apprehension and so much like, I don't like this, that she can't get past it. But I thought it was very sweet and romantic what he did. It was thoughtful. It took effort. It took planning. And I like that she acknowledged that. But I didn't like that she put the tag on it that, oh, it looks like I did it. I didn't like that. Just say, I like the presentation. You did a good job on the presentation, and the rewriting of the vows, and just redoing moments from the last 4 weeks. I was like, go ahead, Michael. And I'm like really rooting for them. I was thinking with Talisa, I was thinking that too. I was like, well, not what he smells like, not like funky like, but I'm like, maybe if he did, if he have a real nice cologne or something.
He probably did have on a nice cologne.
I don't know. He probably had on some old Brute or something.
He probably had an X-ray.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Think about dude like that. He takes care of his beard. I haven't felt any.
But I was gonna say even that. I was gonna say okay. I'm gonna even that. If he got some real good beard balm, some moisturizer, what is that smell?
I don't think she liked his beard.
You don't
like it? Yeah, I don't think so.
Really?
Really?
I think she liked it the way she combed through it. She didn't think it was.
Yeah, I think she's curious about it. But I don't think she liked his beard.
But I can't picture. I'm trying. To me, the beard is doing it for Michael. If he didn't have the beard, I would be like, you kind of funny looking. Because I told you he's ham-suggly. So I think it's because of that. It's going to be more of the ugly than the hands. But that's just me. But I mean, I really, I would have liked. I know she said they kissed. I would have liked to have seen her show him some affection. Because
I thought they were gonna kiss when she hugged him in the bed or whenever. Remember when they hugged and he came down? She was on the bed and he hugged her or something. I thought they were
Yeah. I want some more. So I'm convinced. Yeah, she like what she's gonna tell her mom later. And we just saw a snippet. It's probably more attached to that. But she was like, I'm not having feelings for him. It's something I wish she would just let herself feel the feelings because I think she could. She got that block. She got that block right there.
I told y'all last week. Last week, when you deal with guys on long distance relationships all the time, she doesn't know how to handle somebody she has to be with for 24/7. And so she doesn't understand how to be in the presence of somebody else that she likes. So she doesn't. So she has a particular way. So she wants him to be this way or communicate it to. She wants his conversation to be phone conversation instead of in-person conversation. She wants when you're talking to somebody on the phone and your conversation is totally different on the phone than it is when you with somebody in person, right? So she wants phone conversation or FaceTime conversation, whatever way she used to communicate with her men around the country, right? That's what she wants. And so when she doesn't know how to interact with him. So otherwise, she don't know how to interact with a male. I'll be almost surprised to say, and we don't know yet, I almost would say that she doesn't know how to interact with a black man.
That might be a thing. Do we know what type of man she dated?
I think because think about what she's always said: the way you talk, the way you communicate, the way your voice influx.
Yeah, he sounds like a regular black man to me. Like he sounds like a.
Right, that's what I'm about to say.
Right, so that which makes me believe she ain't been around a lot of black men.
What dated
or dated a lot of black men. I'm just saying it might be something to think
she
about.
Might not that Iman and David Bowie
she
thing
might,
going
she
on.
might have because again, black men have a little bass in their voice. They have a little tone, and so therefore they're excitable, and so the things that she.
No, seriously. When I first met my husband, she was like, "Why you calm down? Ain't nobody yelling at you." And he'd be like, "That's just how I talk." And I'm like, "Oh."
But then y'all are New Yorkers.
Yeah.
So, add that on top of being a black man. It's a very much so in your face kind of dialect.
Plus his profession, he's a trainer, right? So he used to telling people what to do all the time. He used to have bass and he used to do that, so therefore she's not used to that. And so now it becomes a communication issue. And you can see him trying, because now if you look at him, and I'm looking from a male perspective, he chooses his words carefully now.
Very careful.
Everything he does is now becoming meticulous. He's trying.
But it makes me sad.
It does.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah, he walking on
Right.
eggshells.
He's walking on eggshells with the date. I mean, even when they had dinner, he chose his words carefully. His new his revised vows, his words was chosen real carefully. He's at point now when he's with her, he's like, you know what? Let me not say anything to mess up the moment.
It sucks
And
though.
And it sucks
It
that way
does.
because and I don't think she does, and I say this by her not running. I don't think she does it intentionally. I think she used to being catered to a certain type of way, and when she doesn't get catered to that way, she doesn't like change or anything different. And so when she doesn't get told that a certain way that she likes it, it just messes with her. Because tonight when she was wooed and she was the food was on point, everything was taken care of. Everything was good. She didn't mind dancing with him, and even sort of
That should have been a body rocking, knocking the boots night.
she even started,
Yeah.
That's why I was like, what's next?
Something, a cuddle or something.
They rolled over and went to bed.
Which child couldn't be me.
you roll over.
After all of that, I would have found some attraction somewhere.
For real. Yeah, at one point, didn't she say, "Oh, I'm feeling something," or didn't she like insinuate that? But
Yeah, she didn't insinuate nothing. They looked like they had that fort right in the middle of
Like it's a whole pillow.
no,
Yeah.
earlier in the night, didn't she say something?
Well,
Yeah,
she said, what's
Say
next?
something to that effect.
When
But
they was
yeah,
laying in the bed, she was like, so what's next? And I was like,
Well, did he?
Yeah,
Was it this episode? I think he said, "You feeling me, aren't you?"
That was this episode.
Yeah, he was like,
after-
"You feeling me?"
when they ate the cake. He was like, I see you feeling me. And
You're
maybe we're not
right.
seeing that. Maybe we
Yeah.
don't see that yet because it's not enough of it. Because I still don't see
Right.
the chemistry. But maybe,
Right.
you know, and I feel like he needs to make her laugh more. Like to relax and break down her walls. She needs to laugh more and feel like she's having a good time more. I think he would get further with that
Yeah.
instead of, I get wanting to know how to communicate with her, but I feel like he needs to come on, do the things that she likes to do, whatever that is, but it don't really look like it's a lot. She don't really do much because they didn't do much on the honeymoon. So,
Yeah.
but whatever it is, find that level of comfort for her and figure out, you know, how to have a different kind of conversation. Because I can't, I'm tired of them conversations, though. I'm really I'm over it.
I agree with you, Talisa. I think if he continues to woo her, I'm gonna use the word woo because that's the key word.
Yeah.
The word. Every time I see woo, I think about Ric Flair. But anyway, but the word of the day is woo. If he continues to woo her for the next 4 weeks, I still think she won't say yes.
Yeah.
I think he's nice. I think he's attractive. I think she thinks he's attractive. He's nice. I don't think she thinks he fits in her life because she used to be around Tyler, and just the way that she treats him and talk to him, I don't think he's gonna be able to handle it. I really don't think he's gonna be able to handle it. And I really think he says yes, she says no. I think she's the one that breaks it off. I think he really likes her. He wants to be married, because I mean, if he didn't want to be married to her or didn't want all the stuff that he's doing to change his life around for her, the man said he changed his schedule to take care of the dog.
That's a lot. That's a big deal.
That's a big deal. I mean, when his friend came over,
That's a big deal.
he said, I changed my schedule so the dog won't be home by himself, basically. Man, come on. If that, y'all talking about just that alone should give him a kiss. That alone should give him some hugging, some loving, because he changed his schedule.
Yeah.
But now that you say it, I feel like Jasmina's not being her complete self either.
What was that, Chloe?
When we were doing the wedding, how she was like making jokes and everything, and she was like mic drop and like everything, and she has this quirky sense of humor and everything. I feel like we have not seen that side of her either. Ever since that first conversation they had at the honeymoon, she has been stone cold. She don't joke, she don't laugh, she don't play, she don't do nothing. So I feel like that's why he don't know what to do with her, because it's like, I'm scared of anything that I say, because with the last time we was on good terms, we had a regular conversation and now she won't let me live. God forbid he make a joke and say she got a big head. Child, it's over.
With your big old head.
Right. I mean, that's it. It's over for them. Even the game night when they was doing the cartwheels and having fun, they were having fun. And it's just like she don't want Michael.
But that goes with what Talisa said. He's gonna have to make her laugh more. He's gonna have to make her laugh more. You know, do something. You know, because that's where she's a little more. But
a man get tired of having a one-sided relationship. Just like
you're right. He's gonna exhaust
relationship. A man will get tired of having a one-sided relationship.
Sure.
I'm always catering to you, and you don't care. At least give me something back. I'm not talking about sex. I ain't talking about your draws. Give me some affirmation. Give me a thank you. Give me a high five. Give me.
You like my arm? Rub on my arm a little bit. You like my arm?
You want to exhaust him.
You know, or rub on my. Give me something. And what we've seen, not saying she hasn't, but what we've seen. Oh, thank you. You see, and what we see, she hasn't done that, and so he's gonna get tired eventually if she doesn't do more of that. So he can cater to her, but she needs to cater back to him.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take a minute before she would be catering to him.
But I still don't like Jasmina. I just want to say that.
Well, yeah. I
still don't like her.
Vacation every day. I agree. He does want the draws. All right.
What man don't?
She's not ugly, you know.
But like I said, as pretty as she is, she's on Married at First Sight. We knew it had to be something wrong.
Hold on, she crazy.
It had to be something wrong.
Something wrong. So speaking of something wrong,
here we go.
We're moving on to something wrong.
Yes, something
very wrong.
Something very, very wrong. And something is not only wrong with Olajuwon, something wrong with Katina as well. But I'm gonna save that for when I go. Let's talk to Lisa and DarLinda. Your thoughts on Olajuwon?
Okay, you can go ahead.
Wait a minute, I might need to
listen. You
wait till last.
Come back around, right, all the way to the end, just so I can say what y'all said. Whatever you say, I agree.
Oh my goodness, where do I start? Oh,
I need to go get a drink for this.
Only because he reminds me of a friend of mine who married a man like him. It's like all the signs, red flags. The thing that bothers me the most is he keeps repeating, as a wife, you're married now. As a wife, like he has in his head what she should be doing or not doing as a wife. He gets on my nerves so bad. It irritates me, and I just want her to snap on him so hard. But she came from an abusive relationship. She told him that. I think the experts got it wrong with matching her with him. It's amazing how you can keep finding the same type of person, and she didn't even go out looking for it.
Yeah, they brought him to her.
Yeah. And here you are. You ended up with the same thing that you were getting out here. They're not going to last. I hope not. I hope Katina walks away. I think if she can get out of this and realize what's going on, we'll hear some things that we didn't see or know that was going on. I think there's a lot of things going on that we have not seen behind the scenes. That's even worse than probably what we're seeing. There's so much. Well, somebody else go, because it's just
he lacks self-awareness, and he's extremely immature. He isn't even ready to be in a relationship that requires him to be present. He's not even present for himself and his own emotions, right? So let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the whole dinner party and the app with the phone. Okay, now I'm gonna just say this: if the shoe was on the other foot and he had the app on his phone, not that I like Olajuwon, we'd be going in on him. We'd be real mad about him having that app on the phone. What you got that app on the phone for? Oh, you've been on the, he'd be another one. Who has his name last time? Brett?
Ryan.
Who has a profile?
Ryan.
Who has a profile?
The other guy had a profile.
Yeah, but listen, I don't know if
she didn't have a profile.
Did he click the button?
Oh, you know he did.
Oh, that's.
But my point being is that the fact that she had it, if it was him, we would but we don't like Olajuwon, so we would have went in on him. We don't like him. But the thing that I think that he's missing is that he doesn't listen to her. He has no clue of what she's saying or who she really is, even in her lack of, ability. Because she even says, these are her insecurities, right? Even her like being her own womanhood and her trying to figure out, because she's been cared for by her parents, is what you guys had said, and I didn't realize that. But the whole thing is, you have to talk to me in a way that makes me want to hear you. And not only that, I need you to hear what I'm saying. Because what I said was, I didn't even realize it was on there.
Yeah.
Because I believe her when she says I didn't. I believe that if she had saw it, that she would have deleted it. I believe he was looking for something.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that he just wants to own her, control her, do what I say, how I say it now, because I'm your husband. You my husband? Because my husband don't act like that. My husband don't talk to me like that. My husband speaks to me with love and kindness. He may put me in my place, check me. Let me know I ain't got no place. Okay, hold on. He might decide to check me and be like, I didn't like how you said that, but he's going to do it out of love and kindness. This is just an attack, a constant attack of her and her character and who she is and who he wants her to be. And really, when I think of people that do that, I think about, so what do you see in the mirror? It's not me. It's not me.
Right.
It's you. You're actually mad because of all the things that you lack. And so now you're lashing out at me because you're an asshole and you are misogynistic and patriarchal and still part of the white man society. So that's why you think the way you do. That one, I really believe that she has a spirit to want to be with him. That she wants to be with him and she wants to make him happy. And that is also the behavior of an abusive woman or abusive person, because men be getting, they be in abusive relationships too. That she a classic exhibit of abusive woman. Now I was glad. I don't know if I was glad. Hold on, because when she said, "Get this off of me before y'all see the real fucking Katina," or whatever she said, and all I said was, "Well, who you been showing us the whole time?" Because Katina, you should have been showed up as your full self. If that's loud and ratchet and cursing.
Well, he said on the after show that we don't see that side. He's seen that side. Okay. He was like, y'all don't know. Y'all think she's sitting back, not saying anything. He was like, she knows how to.
But it's the simple fact that he even has to say that she takes up for herself is beyond me.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Chloe, it's beyond me too, babe. Because y'all know how I feel about Olajuwon, and I'm really trying to be articulate with my words today. And so I think that the experts are doing each of them a disservice.
I think so too.
Having them stay together in such a volatile, toxic, chaotic situation, even if they do have glimpses of movie nights, gondola rides, and whatever he deems is good and worthy. Like it's not
that she planned. It's like she's keep trying to please him. It's like, did I do it? Did I do it good? And he's like, you're kind of getting there. Yeah, keep it up. We'll see.
Yes, exactly.
I might just start liking you.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And every time he starts crying about how much he likes her, I like her so much, I really care for you. This is not how people care for me. And honestly, I think she deals with it is because she does not know what she wants and how someone should care for her. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm off.
Can I say this real quick? I think like when she did the mic thing, it was like, you're gonna see the real Katina. I might be reading more into this, but I think back to her mom at the reception. She looks like she got the kind of mom or had the kind of upbringing where it was like, you keep yourself together when you keep your, like, so in that, her mom was like, no. The way she looked at him. Now, I mean, I was looking at him too when, he gave her the lap dance and stuff at the reception, but her mother just looked like clutched the pearls. So she looked like the type of person that would be like, you look this way in public, you have to keep up an image. And so I think probably Katina is doing a little bit of that on camera. She's keeping us a little bit of image, and she's not going to show her whole tail on camera. So I think she gives it to him. She probably don't give it to him like we would,
Yeah.
But I think she's like, I'm not gonna show my hotel because when my mama see this, she gonna be like, how could you embarrass us on national TV, Katina?
I
Oh
believe
my
it.
God.
She
Because
said that out too.
Lindsey, right? She said, I'm not gonna argue with you. I told you I'm not gonna argue with you on camera again, girl.
Yeah.
On camera again, but I'll argue down after this camera.
I think she compartmentalizes really well too, though.
But this is the thing.
There ain't no way I'm gonna be one way on camera and not and off camera. I don't care if I'm gonna watch it or not. Yeah, honey.
But you see that all her energy is directed to everybody but him. She directed that anger towards production. She directed her anger towards Lindsey. I'm surprised she didn't drag Lindsey at the table when she called her a big. Because I almost jumped up and dragged to myself. Because it wasn't like you was just that, regular
friends like that.
No.
Yeah, we're not friends like that.
No. Oh, is it my turn yet?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Was there a specific question I'm supposed to answer first?
It was just them, period.
Just them, period.
I just want to make sure because, and I said this already. If you have something, if you are doing something in your phone and your spouse asks for your phone, you're not just gonna give them your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. The way this goes is you think somebody doing something, you wait till they fall asleep, you try to sneak the phone, you try to get in there, you're doing all of this, you hide in the bathroom. You're not gonna be like, let me see your phone. I need to call somebody. They're gonna say, you're gonna say, right in their face.
Yeah.
That's not how this works. So I believe the fact that Katina did not know the app was in her phone. And if the app was in her phone, like she said, I don't even have a profile. It's the way that he was so aggressive, so upset, because he had every right to be upset because as a man, right? As anyone in a relationship, you see something as far as a dating app and you're married to them, you're going to be upset. Right? Right.
Yeah.
But I say that the only reason why I say that is because married at first sight is not like it's not instant. Right. You sign up for this, you do a whole interview process, you go here. They tell you you're getting married, you go find a dress, you get all this. You have time to go through your phone and clear out an app. But if she's one of those people who have the little apps inside the little apps and the folders and everything, she ain't paying attention to that. That's not the point. But she need to be on that app trying to find her new man anyway. She probably
I was just thinking that, like, get girl, sign up again.
Yeah.
She probably downloaded the other night and was like, as soon as I'm out of this, I'm creating my profile. Okay. But it's the aggression, it's the not letting her talk, him, busting in. Let me see your phone. Give me your phone.
Sir.
No, sir. No. Okay, we're gonna have to stop. Pause. And like he won't give her the opportunity to talk because she's like, you're not letting me talk. And the reason why is because he needed to find something else to pick on Katina for. Katina is now starting to cook. Katina is now starting to clean. Katina is now wooing Olajuwon. And he has nothing else to call her out on. So why not take the opportunity to get her phone? Even though I know she's going to give it to me, I'm going to find something, anything. It could have been a text message from 2013 from an ex-boyfriend that said, I love you. And she said, I love you back. And he would have said, what's this?
Yeah.
So you still love your exes? So you still love your exes? No, I don't want to hear it. And it would have been so dramatic. It should have been like, what are you talking about? I don't even know where that's from. And it would have been from the year 2013, but he would have used it. This has nothing to do with the app. It's the fact that he needed to find something else to get her to grovel at his feet, apologize to him, make him feel like he's somebody he's not. I'm done with Olajuwon. I sit there, I watch the after party, I watch all of this. The fact that her and Jasmina was in the car contemplating whether or not he was mad over a Tito's bottle because they had Tito's and they wasn't supposed to have Tito's, and he don't drink. He's a one drink type of man. So maybe he was upset because I had more than one drink. Like, why would you have a conversation about him being upset over some daggone alcohol? So this is the thing that gets me. He's controlling and he's manipulative to the point where everyone around him is being influenced by him. The Dr. Viviana sat there and got manipulated by him. Okay, he's sitting up there saying whatever he wants to the point where these girls is on the couch and he's not even there, and they still kikiing and ha-haing about his actions as if they're okay. Katina, how do you really feel? I just know that I don't deserve to be talked to like that. But no, there's no but. What do you mean, but what? Like, I can't with Olajuwon. And I don't understand why no one is calling him out. Not one person. Nobody. We just letting this just run rampant and do whatever he wants, say whatever he wants to whoever he wants, however he wants. Bringing that up at the dinner table and then say, I don't want to talk about this at the dinner table is just how he wanted it. He wanted to get everybody up in an uproar. He wanted to really say what it was so he could make him bad in front of everybody. Because Jasmina started running her mouth and was like, now you know that's not right. He had to stop. That's what he really wanted to do. But I just don't like his aura. His aura
is horrible.
At all.
He doesn't need the cleansing.
It's bad. Right. It's bad. And I really feel like Katina has that Paige mentality where it's, this is my husband, I'm going to stick beside him. This is my husband, I'm going to hold it down. P.O.P., hold it down. This is my husband, I don't care what nobody say, what nobody do, what God has for me, it is for me, okay? This is, in her mind, she's going through that syndrome where she feels like this, because this is my husband, I'm going to do any and everything willing. I don't care what it is, I'm going to take it all and make it work. And sis, you look crazy.
Yeah.
You look absolutely, I don't care how much yelling you do in the background, because that's not where we need to see it. It needs to show up where he's showing up. He's disrespectful in public. Give him that energy in public. Period. And I'm done because I'm tired of talking about Olajuwon.
Yeah. Listen, I felt all of that energy, Chloe.
We felt it.
Yes, because baby, let me tell you.
I like the last thing you said, because that's one thing parents tell kids. If you show out, I'm gonna get you where you show out. Mm-hmm. And she might really need to get him where he show out. She gonna have to get him where he show out. But
before you start, Jackie, because you made me think about when he was sitting down, when she was sitting down and he was talking, all she has to do is stand up. For me, all you have to do is stand up, even if it's to stand up to move out the way, because you're not gonna stand. I can't. I'm from the hood though. Like really. So you're not gonna stand up over me, man or woman. I can't beat no man, but I'm gonna stand up to let you know that this is me in my full power, and I'm gonna walk to the side. Like, because I can't fight you. I'll get you in your sleep though. So you better not be abusive towards me. I'll get you in your sleep. I'm gonna go all day long and say, baby, I understand. Yes, I'm gonna get you. You might not make it. Y'all listen. Don't say nothing about
Oh God.
I'm sorry, Jackie. Go, but that's what
that's a good point too. But that's a good point too. You know, she could just stand up and say, you know, look, I'm in this space. Like, you're not going to lord over me. You're not going. She did it a little bit when he was like, "Why are you rolling your eyes?" She said, "I'm rolling my eyes because you yelling at me. Don't yell at me." Now, if you stand up and say that,
the different look.
Don't be yelling at me. You're not going to yell at me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she's a victim of abuse. So deep down inside, I think she's scared.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's only because production is there that she even did that much. That's why she directed the anger to them, not him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I was like, you're just blowing it out of proportion. It was petty to bring it up at the table. It was real petty. And if you're not going to tell it all, don't even bring it up. Don't bring it up. You brought it up because you wanted to you planted them little seed. You brought it up. You wanted to pique somebody's curiosity. You was trying to bait them. You was trying to bait them and her. Okay, let me see. I feel like he was just looking for something wrong. You're just looking for something. You grasping at straws now. So I can't, like you said, I can't use the cooking no more. Mm-hmm. I can't use this no more. She's been washing clothes while she's at home working from home. Can't use that no more.
She ain't been washing clothes. She ain't no PJs.
Like,
you probably washing his clothes.
I said that too. Oh, that's a side note. I was like, why you ain't got no pajamas, sis? When the last time you wash your clothes? Wash your clothes.
And why did he give her that to wear? Like, you can't just go to bed with nothing or your pants.
That's what I was about to say. Like,
that's what I said.
Who sleeps in clothes anyway? Where they do that?
He gave her more outfit. He gave her a long t-shirt.
No, but this ain't the first time, because he was like, you want the shorts or some sweatpants. But anyway,
Goes back to the she goes back to his theory. She's not taking care of home. She's not washing and cleaning. I'm just saying. I'm not.
What again? But Olajuwon, and I'm gonna give it. But Olajuwon, for all this wife stuff that you want me to be, where your husband stuff? Where's your husband stuff? The oil in my car ain't been changed. Where's the husband? The vents, the air filters need to be changed. Where the husband stuff?
Build me a house.
You know, he said that she made him a better husband. He's a better husband because of her. I said, what husband stuff? When he gave her that backhanded compliment and told her that she's doing so much better, she making him such a better husband by, because of her. It's because of her. And even though her food not that good, she cooking, but it ain't that good. Hate him.
Right. He's full of it. But he just went overboard for an app.
You'll be all right.
He went overboard for an app. I would have expected that kind of reaction if it was like Brett and Ryan. Mm-hmm. I went on the app and she got several matches and she been talking to them. Mm-hmm. That's what that blow up would have been.
Well, even if she had a profile, would have understood.
Right, but she got an app on her phone. Well, if it was me, would it be different? Yes, it would be different because you told me you was a man whore. So I'm gonna have a problem. I'm gonna have a problem with that. And he's like, before I came on, I did this. You know what? Guess what? I said this. We have to work out our own soul of salvation. For you had to delete all them apps. You had to tell people don't call me. You had to take numbers out your phone. That's what you had to do because you don't have no control.
Right.
Because you be out there, you do what you do. Me, I'm different. I can have it on my phone. I ain't touched it in years, months. It don't bother me none. A guy DM me, it don't bother me none. You the one that had to block people on social media. That's what you had to do. Don't put what you had to do for you on me. Don't do that. And I just but I'm afraid to tell y'all. I really do. I don't know what happened I just like being miserable and she's comfortable in that space because she's been in an abusive relationship. She's, but I think they still together.
Because she's skinny. You don't see how skinny she is on the after.
She stressed the heck out over this man.
I was like, he got her bony and stressed. And
when she called him on the phone at one after party and he said, "Hello, my love," I was like, "Oh, they still together."
Yeah. You got to understand. This is where he as a man has to understand. There's been many times where we might have had an argument and we had to go to a dinner party or whatever. You would never know. Mm-hmm. He has to have some kind of decorum about himself. He has some kind of have to understand that you don't embarrass your spouse in front of people. Mm-hmm. If you looked at the table, he was awkward the whole time. Mm-hmm. He was stewing the whole time, whether I should do this or not. Olajuwon should have got up and went to the bathroom and got himself together and said, you know what? We're not going to do this here. We're going to wait to get in tone. I'm not going to, and I would have told production, y'all may want whatever you want. What you think you want to get, you won't get it here. Because that's not how I roll. That's not what I do. You don't do that to women, and you don't do that to anybody in public, right? You don't embarrass your spouse or force your spouse to answer private questions in public. Now what you've done is you left it up to everybody at that table to have an opinion about your marriage. Everybody else at that table has an opinion about who's lying and not lying. And what I've learned from that, you may cause some arguments in somebody else's marriage because you put some stuff on the table that you didn't have no problem. Because you watched After Party, Michael went home with Olajuwon, Katina went home with Jasmina. They don't need to be around. Sorry, Jasmina and Michael don't need to be around. They don't need to be taken. If you're Michael, you don't want to take no sides because you go home and say, man, I believe Olajuwon. And then Jasmine says, well, I believe Katina. Now your marriage is messed up because you taking sides and it ain't got nothing to do with you. So when you do that, you put that in everybody else's business. And so Olajuwon was wrong there. Katina, when she got home, when they having that conversation, I'd have been like, first of all, Olajuwon, if I'm Olajuwon, I'm saying, you know what? Go see the app on your phone. I'm looking to see when the last time it was active, right? It's an iPhone. When was the last time it was active? Before I even blow that up, it wasn't active, cool. Do you mind? Because this is my wife. Do you mind taking that off your phone because we're married?
It makes
come through, Jack. Come through, Glen.
Here's the conversation that we have, because you have to do things a certain way, because again, you reap what you sow. So you want her to be like this?
But the word that he's missing for why he didn't do that is maturity. It takes a mature person.
Okay. He has some insecurities and maturity issues. Think about everything he's said, right?
Yeah.
It's insecurity and maturity. He's dealing with a man that has not been taught by other men, right? Sometimes you got to be around some good men to teach you how to be a man, right? His brother hasn't married. His brother tried to tell him, but they on the same level. Y'all brothers. His daddy was gone, right? I mean, there should be some dudes at the barber shop somewhere that he has to be around. So, like, bro, this is what's going to be like when you really get married. He has this thing in his mind of how marriage should be. If the woman says she did not use the app, cool. You know what, Katina? I believe that you didn't use the app. Can I borrow your phone and let's look at the app? Boom, done deal there, right? When you find out that she didn't use the app, he should have been what? Apologize. Katina, you know what? I'm sorry for bringing this at the table. I'm sorry for putting this out there. And you know what, boo? I trust you. Can you please forgive me? Right? So, but again, if you're wrong, say you're wrong. But that's maturity in marriage. See, this is what the experts should be telling. When they see the experts, Pastor Cal, whoever they see, should say, you know what, Elijah, I understand your frustration by the app, but you didn't investigate. You jumped to conclusions. And by you jumping to conclusions could have ended your marriage. Because this could be something that she could not come back from. If he really cares for her, because he never used the word love, there's some arguments that you shouldn't have. There's some discussions that shouldn't be if you just sit back and think, how can I handle this without conflict? How can I handle this that we both come out whole? How can I handle this that we both come out respectfully? And so, and then when you're in a marriage, that's how you deal with things. Because again, I don't want to destroy. It's your month anniversary, right? Y'all supposed to be celebrating. You're supposed to be having a good time. And so by my, I'm sitting here thinking like, I'm not doing anything to mess this up. So if I think this is bothering me, I'm gonna hold off on this. I'm gonna wait a minute, right? Again, it becomes not that you want to skate around the issue. You address it at a decent time and you do it well. You got to be thinking, because when you come with aggression, guess what you're gonna get back? You're gonna get back aggression.
Absolutely.
When you come back with love and you come back with respect, you can get back respect. You can't give aggression and expect respect. He's giving aggression, giving raw, and expect her. No, because what's going to happen is like Talisa said, she gonna get to the point where you sleep one night and you can feel something hot on you. Right? You get to the right? You can come home. You can come home. She get enough strength inside of her. Her mama get to her. You can come home and everything she owns is gone, and you by yourself. So what happens is, if you really care for her, you need to treat. Isn't it funny? And I know I'm the only guy on here, but you can't treat your boys and everybody else better than you treat your wife. Because he ain't jumping on no dudes like that. I'm telling you, he ain't jumping on no at all. He ain't up in dudes' face like that. I know they're not in a relationship, but again, you're not in there like that. So he has to be able to the same way you want respect, he has to give it. Y'all talked about the eggs. Them eggs were stuck to that plate. Well, guess what?
I was so mad.
No cookie shaming.
But you know what? I'm not even knocking it. He was standing beside her, and at least she's trying, right?
Yeah.
I give her the fact that she's trying. She may not be the best cook, and if he didn't like it, guess what? He ate it, right? He might have given her some lip. He might have given her some lip about it, but he ate
that top layer was good. That top layer.
But again, and I say this, I have no problem with Katina. I have no problem with Katina being
block.
Yeah, block that. Boom. I have no problem with, and she know I'm talking. I have no problem with Olajuwon having a standard, right? But it's how you come across to that standard. We see there's some things about Katina that she hasn't done yet, and that she's not on a level yet. The washing the clothes situation, there's some things you should never run out of, right? You should never run out of underwear. You should never run out of any undergarments. And I agree with DarLinda says, if you sleep in your bra and panties, right? Get a t-shirt. But as he mentioned, this wasn't the first time. So you can see where her housework is a little sluggish, right? Because if you work from home, and this is just me and not a standard, if you work from home, throw some laundry, just because I like washing clothes. I used to run the laundry, so I don't mind washing and folding.
Oh, I thought you were saying something.
Oh no. no, because you truth be told, yesterday I watched and folded everything, so it was just one of those things.
We do it in team. We do a team.
Yeah, we work team.
Okay, all right.
Because I hate socks.
Oh yeah, he hate matching socks. But
again, she has a see where she slacks at, but instead of saying something about it, help her come up to the level that you need her to be. And I think that's the problem where he was at. He doesn't have a filter, nor does he know how to communicate to his wife. And that's the thing. He means well, but his communication sucks.
He means well. Can I say this? That's why I thought her little month anniversary thing, that was nice, that was sweet and everything. But I almost felt like she hadn't done it. I wish she hadn't.
Yeah.
Because she's doing so much for him. I wanted him for once. Let me see you do something. He should have, because she even said it. She was like, I know, a lot of people think it should be the man doing the month anniversary thing. It should have been him. I was like, I liked that she did it, but I wish she hadn't, because it's more catering to him. I hated that. I hated that.
Deserve it.
Yeah. No, at all. He didn't. And he couldn't say it.
And he did. He barely thanked her for it.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like too, he did he find something because things were going so well, and now you know how it's our month anniversary, we're about to celebrate. I'm going, you can see she wants a piece. She wants something. You can see that she wants. The last episode showed us that she wanted a little something.
Yeah.
And so was that like a tactic to avoid having to deal with intimacy?
I agree.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like him. So that's it.
I don't understand why she would want to, but okay.
We already know he doesn't know what intimacy is, because he doesn't know how to cuddle. Right? He didn't know how to cuddle. It was never in the relationships he's been in, never been intimacy. Yeah. It's always been bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, see you tomorrow, I'll call you later. Right? He never knew how to take time and how to woo her, relax her, enjoy her. She wants the sex. The question here, everybody's been asking, why is he holding off? What is it? Is it a manipulation tool? Is he ain't good in the sack? Is he? I mean, there's been a whole bunch of rumors out there, just like there are rumors about Steve's job. There's been a lot out there why Olajuwon has not had sex with Katina yet. There's a lot out there, and a lot of people have a lot of theories. It seemed like he wants to, but he doesn't want to. Because when she ran out of PJs, that would have been a prime night. Be like, you know what? You ain't got to worry about putting those on. Don't worry about pajamas tonight. It was their month anniversary too. You ain't got to even worry about putting PJs on. Come here, slide over here.
You talking about Olajuwon who was sleeping with a mother and daughter?
Right. He didn't cuddle.
So all of a sudden he don't want to have sex with her. Why?
That's
whatever
the
he's
same
trying to feed
thing I said, Chloe. That is the same thing that I said. I was like, for somebody who's a self-professed freak, and I do all this. I said, bro, it ain't that much.
Down at the wedding.
That tells me you ain't got that much. You ain't got that much willpower. You don't.
He said it at the wedding. Then he said, if she won it, I'm gonna give it to her.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I said that something ain't right. For the person to be out there running the streets and always getting the draws and knocking this one down, knocking that one down, and now you don't.
Somebody lying.
Now you celibate. You changed your whole life up.
I told my wife this, and I said in our review, I think they're giving us the okie doke like Ryan and Claire. I think
so.
Yeah.
I think they're lying.
Is she doing something for him? He probably saying, if you can get good at this, then we can get there. And I'll give it to you. But first, let me make sure as a wife, you know how to use your mouth first.
Yeah.
Knowing him, I would not be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I wouldn't be surprised we come out. They've been having sex since the first night.
I hope not. After all the way he's been talking to her, after he's played God that they have not been doing it, and he's been talking to her like this.
I mean, at this point, the way he talked to her, she should never give him any. But
I don't think so.
But she will. As soon as he says he's ready,
she will.
When she said we're holding out so we can have an emotional connection, I was like, girl, stop lying.
Yeah.
Stop lying. It's okay. Yeah. It makes me want to sing, why you always lying? Because girl, stop. What are we doing? Like, I don't just be like, he don't want to give me none. If that's the case, he don't want to give me none. I'm ready. I want to rock the boat. Let's go. Like
that's what she basically told her friend. She was like, as soon as we do, I'm going to text you, girl, because she won it. She won it.
I want it bad.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up, Chloe.
She gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
that's why he's trying to build that emotional connection.
I just feel like he talked about it so much that he trying to build it up, and when she get in there, she can be like, "Oh, that's what you been giving them." Child, please.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad at the fact that she said, "I will let you know." I'm sorry, I got friends, but I'm not rating my spouse's sex with my friend.
No.
But I told my husband now.
She said, I'll let you know it's a 1-4. I can let you know if it's a 1-star or 5-star. I'm sorry. If you let your girl know there's a 5-star, you might not want to leave your man around your girl.
Well, you got some bad girls.
That's the thing. Because I better trust you.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't tell all your friends, but I mean, it's probably about 1 or 2 out there I done had these conversations with.
That's what I told my husband. I said, now the way guys talk about it is different than the way girls do, females do. But I said, women will talk to their girlfriends about that. And we might not necessarily be specific, but I said the same thing, Chloe. If this friend, after I tell you something, whatever I share with you, little or a lot, and you gonna try something, you ain't my friend anyway. You trying to mess with my man.
You gotta go regardless.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at my man that you wanted to fool with my friend.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they both gotta go.
They got quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly. And I fought him, especially if we're married. I fought you because you have the loyalty to me.
Yep.
She can go, but you made a vow to me, and we are connected. So what are we doing? Like I don't know. Listen, I probably leave him alone and still be friends with her. Ain't no telling.
Yeah.
Maybe. What part of my life I'm in right now?
In the part of my life I'm in right now, I'd probably be like, you can go on and go. She's still at home. That's how men do. Yes.
K Wu says something, and this is a friend of mine. Said, no, if he puts it down on her, she can't leave. What if you put it down right? She like it. That's another thing that adds to their relationship, and she don't leave because he puts it down right.
Or maybe he has put it down right, and that's why she.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said no, he put it down on her, and she can't leave.
Yeah, he put it down on her.
Well, that's a possibility. Sometimes that D, you be dickmatized.
But she would be smiling more.
You would be smiling more. Yeah.
I'm not getting that.
You're not getting the glow. She don't got the glow about her.
The glow. The wind gets healthier. She keep.
Yeah. By now, she would have went and got that hair done.
She would have had to take that wig off by now. She was getting some there,
Yeah. You see, from the wedding, it was all tight and laying down. Now it's getting. But I think she would be cute with short hair.
She don't do like Jasmina. I seen Jasmina with a bonnet on. I seen her with a scarf.
Yeah.
Good. That's Jasmina's hair.
All Katina did was pull hers up in a ball. It's gonna get all matted and stuff on the top. She don't. Yeah.
You probably told her, I don't want to see you in no ain't your mama scarf and no shit like that. You probably told her.
You don't go to bed.
Yeah, that's what he told her.
Yeah.
That's what he told her.
If you can't see me in my bonnet, then you ain't for me, honey.
It was funny because when I was married back in the day, my husband never saw my head tied up on rollers.
Really?
But
that was your thing or his thing?
It was, I think, my thing.
Then that's different.
But I was young though, and I just thought that I was supposed to always just be cute all the time, and not now.
Not now. You don't get all of this.
All of it. And they understand. It's like, you gonna tie your hair up?
If you a black man,
yeah.
They do say you didn't bring your bonnet,
yep.
your pillow, your silk pillow. Where's your silk pillowcase?
I'm like, you see my bonnet? It was in the bathroom.
We totally understand. If you've been around women, you totally understand. And guess what? I survived around all these beautiful black women. And ladies and gentlemen, I survived today.
You did great.
Yes,
you did an excellent job.
I
John was going to call him his wife.
I survived. Tommy, you out there? I miss you, bro. I miss you, but I held it down for us. Oh man, before we leave, give us a closing thoughts, how we can subscribe to you, We're going to start with Talisa and DarLinda. Thank you for joining us. Let everyone know where they can see you at, see your reviews. Appreciate you for joining us. Won't be your last time because I enjoyed it.
Oh, not. Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for letting me come on today. DarLinda Tracy TV on YouTube. Follow me there. Subscribe. Thank you.
Well, y'all know me, know how to find me. And if you're still waiting on my journal, I'm sorry. I actually pulled it because I redesigned the cover. And so I'm going to go send it. I was printing it myself, and I've decided to actually have it sent out to a printer. So maybe the next time. So if you're looking for it, I'm sorry. I had it up, but I decided after, when you get some reviews from your friends and they ask, you ask, okay, well, they've had it since December. And I said, give me the feedback. One of my girlfriends made a point and she said, I want the cover to grab me. So now the cover, I didn't. So subscribe everywhere. I'm Talisa Ray, DarLinda Tracy, TV at the end. It should come up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe Johnson, Jack and Glen, y'all should be subscribed here already, though. I don't know why you in here watching if you ain't subscribed and already I know how I feel about that. And then come on over to our channels individually, even if you're not watching, and just let it play in the background and hit like, okay, and then say, hey, that's it. That's all you got to do. Throw up a yellow heart for Chloe. Is that what you got? It's a yellow heart, right?
Yellow heart. It's a yellow heart.
I'll take a sunshine, okay, or
I'll take a butterfly.
A butterfly. With y'all got something? Y'all?
No, I need to get something, but y'all just giving us some ideas. Chloe.
Yeah, y'all. Chloe Johnson, YouTube. I'm there. Make sure you subscribe to everyone here. Come check me out. If you haven't checked me out, check out everyone. And you know what? I want to say one thing because I remember when we first started and you guys were talking about what you review. And I remember I was DMing DarLinda and I said, I don't know if I should do Ready to Love. And she was like, no, you got to do Ready to Love. And I would just want to say thank you, girl, because Ready to Love is my thing now.
Yes.
So I just wanted to say that. But yes, thank you guys for having me again. And, we'll be back. We'll be back.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. Thanks for being with us. Thank you guys for in the chat. I enjoy looking at the chat. I go back and watch the chat and just to see what you guys are saying. Thank y'all very much for watching us. Thank you for just being here. I love the conversation. I love the conversation about Married at First Sight. Give different perspectives and different opinions. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the bell notification for everybody. Also, Chloe has a membership. I'm not sure if Talisa has a membership. Or DarLinda has a membership. Make sure you join their membership because they have some great content out there. Help them out, support them because it's good content. We appreciate each and every one of you. And Jackie, you looking nice in that blue.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tulip dress too. I love it. Thank you, husband. I don't have nothing else to say.
You know nothing to say?
No.
Thank y'all, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.